I guess, Coach, for the first time tonight, you guys were, whole. When this team is clicking and playing, what do you like about them, and what makes it all work?
Well, Shaq's not quite whole
Yeah.
because he had a 5-minute limit on him, but I wanted to get him out there. But hopefully by next week he could be close to that. And I thought we did some good things. I'm playing too many guys, that's going to quit. But I do think there's a core, 9 we can put out there and pretty interchangeable. And it's good to see AJ see the ball go in the basket. And I thought that was his best game defensively as far as activity and stuff. So I thought we did some good things.
Coach, what did you see from AJ Storr tonight that you liked?
Well, he shot the ball well. He didn't. I don't think that he plays, or some guys they wait and play their man after he catches a ball, and he got his eyes dotted a couple of times. That you got to take away airspace when you're guarding 3-point shooters. But yeah, he looked good in transition and made a couple of threes. So I thought it was good that he needed to see the ball go in the basket.
Is that what we should expect from him moving forward? It seems like it's taken a little while for him to get rolling, and he had most of his points in the second half today.
I like to see him be aggressive moving forward like he was today. But, guys, guy makes, is Zeke a bad shooter because the ball didn't go in the hole tonight? You don't know about shooting. Sometimes, you make shots and it gives you a false sense of how good you play, or you miss shots and it gives you a false sense of how poorly you play. I think with AJ, him doing the things that we'd like for him to do, to not have to make shots to play well. He's still got a ways to go in that area.
And he doesn't lack confidence. Somebody asked him how he feels like he's fitting in. He said, "I could fit in anywhere."
Yeah. I think he can. I think he can guard better, though. I think he can rebound better. But I think he can fit in it. His attitude's fantastic.
Do you think he's getting a feel for sort of that balance of when to be aggressive and when to just move the ball?
I don't know. I'd say it's better than it was.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a strange game because they play that matchup zone, and you get a lot of assists when teams play zone. When you play against man, you don't get as many assists. And so it's easier to move the ball quicker, I think, when you're playing against a zone. I think playing against man, sometimes the ball tends to stick more than it does against the zone. But I think he's getting better at it.
Wanted to ask you about Flory, too. When you took him out in the first half and then put him back out there a few minutes later, he had the 2 fouls, but he still stayed aggressive. Is that...
He stayed aggressive offensively.
Did he?
Yeah. No. He let his man catch it when he wanted to, and then he tried to play him after he caught it, and he's going to have to get better at that, and he can be much more aggressive in some other areas. But he's going to be a really good player. I was disappointed tonight. He had 3 turnovers, and all 3, I think, is when he had the ball in his hands and people just knocked it out of his hands. He's got to play stronger.
Coach, you guys switched the off-ball actions tonight. What kind of went into that decision? And you guys kind of limited their 3-point opportunities. They've shot 25-plus in every game besides tonight.
We actually switched all off-ball stuff every game. So it wasn't any different than what we normally do. We stayed connected to the 5-man and then switched 1 through 4. So that we thought that was the best way to guard them. But number 12 obviously got the ball in the paint on some of the switches and was able to score over the top. But we got to be better at that. But I thought we defended their actions pretty well.
Coach, just kind of sliding over, I saw today we got a release saying that you guys signed Bryson Tiller. I'm just wondering.
Can we comment on that
Yes,
yet?
sir.
We can?
Yeah, okay. Now that the cloud is over you guys, I think this is the first full recruiting cycle. Are things not easier, but do you find that you're responsive, not having to answer questions, and has it been, this is going to be a top 3, top 5 class?
Oh, I think it's going to be that.
Right. So is it,
yeah, I don't think the cloud, those questions never come up anymore.
Yeah.
Of course, the way the rules are now, nobody ever questions anything anymore. It used to be when you lost somebody, either you didn't want him or somebody else cheated. no, very rarely do coaches just say, you know, we really wanted him and we just got our butt beat.
Right.
You know, very rarely does anybody ever say that. In today's time, you're not going to ever hear somebody say, well, somebody cheated or somebody did this, because everything's legal. But it's a good class. I mean, I think we signed 3 pros. And Bryson is ultra talented. He would be a top 5, top 7 kid in the class if he hadn't got hurt. You know, he was a top 5 kid and then you know, hurt his foot, so he really hadn't done much the last 6 or 8 months. But he's talented, man. He's 6'10" and can play anywhere on the floor. So it's going to be a fun group.
And is it a relief to have 3 guys that you wanted early, locked in?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, I don't know that we could sign another high school kid. I think 4 may be too many, and 3's probably the max. But yeah, it was good to get the 3 that we got. You know, getting high school kids or portal kids or wherever they come from is great. But if they're not the right ones, then, you know, getting 3 early really doesn't mean much. I think we got the 3 we need to get early.
Was that play before halftime executed perfectly, and what's the purpose of that motion?
We just, Gurley called it ring around the rosy. So he said, you stole that from Andy Reid. And I said, no, I didn't. But I guess, you know, we just had everybody just move and move and move. And then when time was, when Ryland was getting ready to pop, everybody screens for Ryland. So it worked out pretty well. He made a great shot.
Who threw it to Ryland? Was that a nice
I think it was Zeke. Yeah.
job?
Yeah. I think it
Was
Zeke.
it stolen from Andy?
Does football run a ring around the rosy play for real?
They did,
They did.
They did?
one time, yeah.
But was it ring around the rosy in the huddle, or ring around the rosy on the
They
line?
they broke the huddle and did the
Right.
little.
Ring around the rosy. So I stole it from Andy.
I wonder what you thought of having a banner put up. Your number's basically been retired here. What do you think of the honor?
What are you talking
The
about?
banner before the game.
I didn't know there was a
Bill
banner.
Self winning as coach.
I didn't see it. I had no idea there's a banner.
It's below the
Seriously?
numbers,
Below the
in the
numbers.
rafters on the south end.
Oh, really? I didn't see it. I'll go out and look at it as soon as we leave here. So yeah, that's great. But I didn't know they were doing that. I swear I had no idea. So was it a big banner?
Twice as big as the numbers.
Good.
Anything else for Coach?